An Upgrade From Diesel to Vegetable Oil by Jacob Kadar. Vegetable oil is a commonly used cooking ingredient that can be used to replace things like butter and lard. However, recently it's also been known to be able to replace petroleum diesel in car engines. But why is there a need of a change? Well, as time goes on, we can see a rise in things like carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions, both of which are expelled a lot during the burning of diesel. This creates long-term effects on the earth, causing things like droughts, floods, and increasing temperatures. But how does it work? Seeds are first collected from farmers where they can be sent through a grinder and an oven. It's from here that the seed is separated into two components, its oil and its solid remains. The oil goes on to be refined and filtered so that it can be sent off to restaurants as well as grocery stores. The solid remains are most likely sent back to farmers to be used as pig feed. Vegetable oil and diesel can both be used as fuel sources due to the high amount of methane that are in both. The car's engine slowly burns off this methane to be able to operate the car. Food to fuel. A lot of restaurants use things like canola oil to run their deep fryers as well as when pan frying. However, after this cooking use, it has no other purpose. It is simply sent to the back where it can be properly disposed of. That is, until now. Now, this cooking oil can be taken and filtered again to get rid of any food particles left from things like the deep fryer, and after a 24-hour wait, it can be put in almost any diesel engine. However, there do come limitations to the vehicle and engine themselves. One of the biggest components is that vegetable oil can only replace diesel and not gasoline, and that's due to the type of engines that both use. A gasoline engine uses a spark plug due to the high ignition temperature of gas. Diesel, however, has a low ignition temperature, therefore it is able to use compressed air. Because diesel and vegetable oil have such similar ignition temperatures, the vegetable oil is able to use this compressed air technique to be able to slowly burn off. Another large difference comes in the viscosity. Vegetable oil is almost 12 times thicker than diesel, which can create a lot of strain on both the fuel pumps as well as the fuel lines. It's possible that because of this thickness that there can be clogs and possibly car malfunctions. There are also some limitations to the vegetable oil itself. One being that once it's taken from the restaurants, it does have to go through a lot of filtration to get rid of those food particles and sit for 24 hours. This means that if you wanted to use it as your source, you would have to have it sit and filter and then use it the next day, which can be very frustrating as someone would be able to use their fuel right away. The largest disadvantage to using vegetable oil is its fuel efficiency. For every liter of vegetable oil used, only 2/3 of a liter of diesel is used. This means that you'd be able to go a lot further using diesel. However, although there's a fuel efficiency problem, there is a big save in money. The average cost of diesel today is about 98 cents per liter, whereas the average cost of vegetable oil is 28 cents a liter. That being that a lot of restaurants give out their vegetable oil because they have no other use for it. If it's going to be sent to a garbage disposal, it might as well go to a new fuel source. This saves about 70%, and taking into consideration that the average Canadian drives about 20,000 kilometers in a year, it saves about $800 in fuel alone. The biggest reason to make the switch is that you're saving the earth. The carbon dioxide emissions when using vegetable oil compared to diesel are reduced by about 78%, as well as the hydrocarbon emissions are reduced by more than 40%. Finally, you're reducing a lot of waste. The vegetable oil, instead of just going from the restaurant to a bigger dump, it can now be used to be burned off. And with that, thank you.